Good morning, my little sugar wickers. Y'all come on in. Happy Sunday to everybody. Y'all, I couldn't decide. Y'all come on in because I got a question. Y'all know I always got questions on Sunday morning, any morning. Trying to get to the bank and get to church. That's what I'm trying to do. Hold on. I'm trying to get it together here this morning. Waiting on y'all. See what y'all talking about this Sunday. How good has God been to you this week? That's what I need to know. And I need some help with the dressing. So as soon as y'all come in, there's my Stephanie this morning. Stephanie, thank you so much for always catching the replays. I really appreciate that. I'm trying to get to church, y'all. That's what I'm trying to do. And hey, Misty. Hey, Miss Joy. Good morning. Happy Sunday to everybody coming in. So, y'all, I know one of my subscribers wanted me to talk about hypocrites. But it ain't in my spirit to talk about no hypocrites this morning. They know who they are. Maybe another Sunday, but this ain't the Sunday. This Sunday, I'm just grateful and glad to be able to get up and go to church, get a word. It's Pink Out Sunday. It's breast cancer awareness. I wasn't able to find anything pink that I really liked. And I had some pink in the closet, but I had worn it every time they had Pink Sunday for breast cancer awareness. And I was like, I ain't wearing that dress again. And I gave away most of the suits. I got out of that suit wearing thing. It's just not me anymore. Life has gotten to be a little bit more casual now, so I dress up casually now so I can keep rolling after church. You know, this is football Sunday after church. That's the way we do it. Yeah. So, good morning, Miss Audrey. How you doing? I'm hoping I got everything. That's why I'm looking crazy. Like, did I put in my wallet? Because I switched purses. And I got my breast cancer awareness purse going on. So I'll show y'all everything when I get stopped. But right now, I decided, okay, you need to get on out of here instead of taking an hour sitting down talking. You're going to have to talk on the road this morning. Because it'll be a lot of people there this church. Now, people are always swinging there up on holiday and Mother's Day, full. This is one of those days. And we've had quite a few people to suffer from breast cancer, and they'll be bringing their families. So this Sunday is dedicated to, I guess, health and breast cancer awareness. I can't really read the comments. Are you heading to church? Yes, Queen. Hi, Queen of Dixie. Welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. I got to run down here to the bank and get some money. I got some money yesterday, and I thought I had enough to put in my little envelope for church. I spent it. I did. I had put my money back and ended up spending every bit of it. I got something new I got to show y'all at home. Miss Margaret was talking about my little stand over there in the corner, how shaky wobbly it was because it didn't make the trip back from Baltimore too well. And I tried to tighten it up, and every time I tightened it up, it loosened up again. I was like, maybe it's seen its best days. Maybe it need to go to the stand graveyard, okay? So I found me a new stand to put in that corner yesterday. And I went to her house after I had picked it up. So she saw it and she was like, oh, that's nice there. I was like, you ain't gonna be able to talk about my stand no more. Nobody knew the stand was rickety but you. And everybody else thought the stand was cute over there at the corner. But if you pull the light on, even turn the stand, I'm like, nah, I'm sick of this. And I just happened to walk in the store yesterday, and there it was. It was sitting there. People had marked the stand down to $69. I was like, this was meant for me. It sure was. I'm going to read y'all's comments when I stop. I'm going to run down here to this bank first, though. Since I done spent the church's money. The money I was going to put in church. It's a beautiful day in the city, y'all. It is. Y'all tell me about this pink lipstick. I was trying to paint the lips out, too. Somebody go tell me, them lips they ain't lipping today. I don't care. Y'all know I don't care. I'm going to bust out laughing at them if they say anything, just like I'm laughing right now. That's how I do it. I ain't finna get mad at nobody because they don't like the lip color. Okay, it is what it is today. Miss Audrey, thank you for speaking to everybody for me while I try to get on down the road here. Okay, I'm almost at the bank, y'all. So let me get my little money and then I'll be able to. That light done changed already. I'm the third car going through. They need to change that up now. Somebody gonna get hit out here. Okay. Man, you're doing the most. He gonna come on the opposite side of me. Help me, Lord. That's why I have to go get me a word on Sunday morning to help me. I do. Keep my character in check during the week. Hold on. Okay, we done made it to the bank. Let me get to this. Okay. Okay, hold on, y'all. Let me get it together. These eyes is eyeing too. I couldn't put on the lashes this morning. I had to use my own. And then I forgot to put the, what that stuff is to clear your eyes up. I don't know. There's something new going on. The eyes ain't white no more. You gotta always put the Visine. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, can you sit right up here for me for a minute while I try to do my little banking? Don't move. Hold on. Let me find my card. Okay. Okay. Take your card. Take your receipt. I ain't asked for a receipt. Okay. Okay. All right, y'all. Oh, yours. I got everything I need. Okay, let me talk to y'all. Now, I don't have to be in a hurry. Oh, the sun is out this morning. It is bright and it is hot. It is already 75 degrees. Jeepers, weepers. Find me some shade. Okay, the sunshade's gone. Here we go. Let's try this. Hopefully it's not buffering. Turn this air up. Okay. Now, good morning, everybody. Okay, Miss Stephanie, I spoke to you. He's good all the time, and all the time he is good. Yes, he is. Um, Good morning, Miss Misty. Good morning, Miss Joy. Good morning to you. Who is the Arena? Good morning, my Arena. How are you? I try to watch the replay, push the like button, and share. Watch the commercial. Oh, Rena, Stephanie, you doing everything, baby. I appreciate that so much. I really do. Good morning, Kelvin. How are you this morning? Good morning to you, Miss Jean, all the way in the UK, checking out, chatting with Ms.V on a Sunday morning. Y'all, look how pretty it is outside. It's beautiful. Look at that. That is beautiful. The sky is just lovely this morning. Look at that. The sun, too. It's bright up there. Okay. You know what's best for you. You know the right thing to do. Exactly, Stephanie. And I wasn't feeling that. It was going to step on a lot of toes. It was going to open up for a lot of people who have done things wrong to me in the past, okay? To want to come back and try to defend themselves as if they weren't hypocrites when they already know they're hypocrites. I don't have to tell them. They know. Just like you know, I know, and everybody else know. And that's kind of the way of the world now. When people do you wrong for no reason, and they know why they doing it, you don't even know they doing it. Because they ain't going to do it in your face, they're going to do it behind your back. That's a hypocrite. So you don't have to tell them. They know. Good morning, my Elaine. How are you doing? Miss Audrey says, good morning to everybody in the chat. She's speaking to them all. See, they coming over on Sunday morning on YouTube. This is sad to me. On a Sunday morning, which is the Sabbath to me, it might be Saturday the Sabbath to others, and that's okay. But it's kind of sad on a Sunday morning when people come into your chat and they say ugly, nasty things. That's a nasty person. On Sunday, you can't respect the Lord on Sunday. You ain't going to respect him no day. You ain't getting up going serving him. You ain't trying to give him no money. What are you doing? You doing the same thing on Monday through Saturday. And he done bless you with 6 days. I can't with that. Move on with it. Okay, do you. Queen of Dixie, are you headed to church? I am. I try to catch church every Sunday. This is something that's been instilled in me since I was a little girl. My father was the superintendent of the Sunday school. My mother was choir director over the youth choir. And of course, he was a deacon too. So this was something that was embedded in you from the time you were big enough to know where you were going. You went to church on Sunday morning. And I strayed away for a while in my 20s, until life started lifing and hit me in a negative manner, and I realized you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You partying on Saturday night or whatever your days off, because I didn't necessarily have weekends off because I was working shift work in a plant making plastic, testing gasoline. So on my Sundays I did have, when things started really slapping me upside the head and knocking me down and hitting me up against that brick wall, I made a promise that if I could ever get away from working shift work and working graveyards, because it wasn't about money then. God had blessed me to make money, 6 digits, over 20 years, and I was ready to go. And a lot of people didn't know it because I wouldn't tell nobody what I was wanting to do. I didn't want to hear you leaving that good job with them benefits. No, I'm living my life. I don't want to do this no more. I want to be at home with my child at night. I want to be a regular person. Forget the money. and didn't have no clue at the beginning how I was going to do it, what I was going to do, where I was going to work. And all of a sudden, it's just like, go into your own business. Open up your own beauty shop. You got the personality. You can do it. You've been through cosmetology school now. The area that I went to school in was Dickinson. At that time, it was a whole lot of black people down there. They taught you how to do their hair because they very, very outspoken people. So when they were coming to that beauty school, even though they were only paying $5, they didn't care. They wanted their hair like they wanted it. And that's what you were going to get in the beauty shop. And I thank God for going to that school in that black area where at that time French rolls were in, finger waves were in. What else was the style back then? Wraps, you know, didn't have too much pressed hair. Only the little children were getting their hair pressed back then. And the natural styles hadn't come out. So I had the relaxers down, and then I went back to school again at St. Jack and furthered my education because I wanted to be the color queen. I always loved color. So I went up there for 2 semesters, which was a full year, working every day and going to school every morning. I backed my clientele up to 11 o'clock so I could hit class in the morning. And then I had a class on Tuesday and Thursday at night. And I learned everything you could possibly learn about color on black hair, black people's hair, with a relaxer. Never lost a strand. That's why it was so funny to me when I colored my own hair it's been about 8-9 months ago now. I saw other chats, people, her hair gonna fall out. Girl, I was a queen of color. That is what made me my money. And it was ironic that I made the same amount of money in that beauty shop that I was making out there in that plant with 8 people in my shop every day, paying me booth rent. Where there's a will, there's a way. And if you put your mind to it, you can do it. I'm a living witness you can do it. I walked away with a house note and a brand new car note. And I tell me I ain't strange and I ain't different. I told y'all that when I came out here. I'm not afraid of things. I'm not afraid to step out on faith. I've done it too many times. I'm finna step out again. I'm finna do something else that's gonna shock a lot of people. At my age, I am. You'll see. It's coming. I don't want to tell you about it. Surprise. I'm just me being me. I mean, what's the worst thing that could happen? That's what I always look at. You did something that nobody else ain't even bold enough to do. Walk away, never look back. That's how I do it. Audrey Evans, Elaine is actually my middle name. Oh, okay. Let's see. Let me get down to. I always got bullied in church, bullied in church when I was younger. But once I turned 20, everybody quit bullying me in church. That's a bad church there. When people are bullying you and they not welcoming you in the house of the Lord, they in there for the wrong reasons. First of all, you ain't supposed to be doing no stuff like that. But I'm glad you woke up and spoke up for yourself. I am. Because that ain't right there. No, it's not. Sometimes you got to do that too. You know, when I first came out here on YouTube, I took a lot of stuff. I ignored a lot of stuff. I knew a lot that was going on in the background. I act like I didn't know what was going on, what was being said, and who was saying it, you know, and these people coming into my chats and pretending to like me and pretending to be my friend. And when they couldn't get what they wanted, which was a back and forth, then they came out and they let you know how they really felt. It took a little time, but eventually the hate and the jealousy and all that stuff will come out. And then it took me a long time to respond because people kept saying, ignore them, ignore them, ignore them. And I did. And then one day it's like, okay, enough is a damn enough. I don't care who you are. You don't mean nothing to me. You are irrelevant to me. That's why I've been ignoring you. But now you're trying to hurt my channel. I've worked too hard for this channel. I built this channel up from the ground up, not you. You wasn't over here drawing in the people. Uh, you letting me know that you had a lot of followers over here. Okay, take them. I don't need them. I'm going to keep growing. I'm going to keep glowing. That's who I am. You can't stop nothing out here unless I allow you to stop it. Okay? So that's how it went down. Okay, let's see. I'm from Ashland City, Tennessee. Never heard of it, but welcome, Queen of Dixie. I appreciate that. I've been there. My daughter lived there for a while. She lived in Antioch, right outside of Nashville. You look just fine with the pink lipstick. Thank you, Elaine. I appreciate that. I was gonna wear it anyway. Yeah, I didn't have no more. And then when this wear off, I didn't put the pink back in there, so I better hurry and get to church and get through it. As always, Ms.V, you're looking radiant and beautiful, gorgeous. Thank you. I appreciate that. I got pink on, y'all, but it's a, hold on, let me show you what I got on. Let's see. Can you see it? It's just a skirt, pink and white, with 2 colors of pink in it. And then I found this shirt yesterday, and I said, oh, that'll work. And then I just got on my little pink shoes, and I got a pink purse, and I tied a breast cancer scarf on the pink purse. That's it. That's how it's going down. And I got 2 pairs of pink sunshades because I didn't know which one I wanted to wear. These are the breast cancer ones. Okay, and then these other ones that slid all the way across the dashboard when I was trying to get my money. So, and the pink here, and my watch is pearls. Pearls for the girls. Yeah, so that's how it's going down. Good morning, Patsy. How are you doing, Patsy? Happy Sunday to you, Miss Patsy. Homestyle is in the building. I always love it when you get a chance to come in. She's been a member over here for a long time, but she doesn't always get a chance to come into the chats. Tasha T, good morning, Nisi Pooh. How you doing, sugar? Miss V, did they start the paint? Started and finished it, Miss Audrey. And that's why y'all didn't see me last night, because I was busy trying to get the stuff back up on the wall, because they didn't take them long. After I got off the live, it was 12 o'clock, and they were done. But then the house was a mess. Nothing on the walls. Everything all over the floors and sofa and everywhere. So last night, after I left getting the oil change like I told y'all I was going to do, I didn't get tires rotated, but I did get the oil change. And then I went to look for something to wear, and I found this little blouse. And it's kind of cool and summery, even though this is a sweater part. The sleeves are not. So, I did that, and then I was going down. Miss Diane had gotten me a picture for my room, the Eiffel Tower, because, you know, that's what's on the comforter. So I called her and asked if she was going to be home, and then when I get down there, Miss Diane wasn't there. She was probably out walking the dog. I thought about it. And then I came back over to Miss Margaret's house because she wanted me to come over there. So I went over there with her about an hour, and I'm like, Margaret, I got to go home. I got things I got to do. My house is a mess. I do have 3 days off, but I don't want to be doing this all 3 days. I want to get it back together. And then on Monday, that'll be my day of rest. So today, I'm going to finish the house, watch the Ravens, because I don't know what time they're coming on, but they're coming on today. And that's going to be my Sunday. Go find something to eat. I ain't trying to cook today. But yes, they did finish painting, but they got to come back again in that bedroom. I don't know, they might have to put some keels on it or something, because there's 2 spots that I can see that came back through when the paint dried. And they had water-based paint in the living room and bedroom. So it doesn't take it long to dry at all. It's that oil-based paint in the kitchen and the bathroom that took longer to dry. It's 49 degrees in the UK. I wish it was 49 degrees. That's good weather to me. Haven't lived in Baltimore. That's excellent weather. Miss V, while you are parked, please lock your doors. Okay. Oh, they lock when the door closed. Okay. But thank you, Miss Audrey. Y'all keeping me safe. Okay. Good. Hey, Tangela, content creator. Y'all check out Tangela Sears. Good morning to you, Tangela. Happy Sunday to you. Hey, Goddess. Good morning, beautiful niece. How you doing, sugar? It's 49 degrees in Carolina. Oh, so it cooled up after the storm. That's a good thing because I'm really sick of the heat right now. Let's see, it going on down. Thank you so much for coming in and taking the trolls out on Sunday, Miss Audrey. And I still got to get downstairs and put Yo and Miss Jackie back in as mods. I'm thinking I am blocking some people that came in that y'all missed because Miss Audrey wasn't in here that day. That's what it was. And I'm up there taking the people out. The Lord help me, Jesus. In the moderator section. In a hurry, not paying attention. Everyone, please hit the like button for me. Thank you. Blessings to all in the chat on this good Sunday morning. Let's see if I'm catching anybody. There's my Reba. Good morning, Auntie and YouTube family. Good morning, Glamour. That's what they used to call me, Reba, out in Vancouver. When I lived in Vancouver, I was in flight school in Vancouver. And there was a bunch of younger people. I was the oldest one in the class. I told you it's always an exception to the rule when it comes to me. So they started calling me Glam. Glam, Ma. Just like yours. And I had that name for the whole time I was out there living in Vancouver. Let's go to Grandma's house. You know she done cook. On Friday nights, I'd get it out, and we would finish with class during the week. And everybody who was in the neighborhood, because we lived in a little community of, it was like apartments all down one street, and all the guys lived on the other side because they were in railroad. And then the flight attendants all lived on one street coming in. And that's where they housed us. So I would get my little barbecue pit out. I went down and bought me a barbecue pit, and I'd go buy meat. And everybody would come by and get a rib and some bread and some potato salad. And it always fed everybody. I don't know how. If I bought 2 slabs of ribs and a couple of chickens and maybe threw some pork chop on there, long as they got a piece of meat, nobody cared. And then the guys working for the railroad in railroad school, they would always throw in some money, like when they left, because we want to do this again next weekend, Glamour. And then they would go on to their places and they'd have big parties, baby. They would have all night parties from Friday night through Saturday on into Sunday. And then Sunday was football. Okay. You're glowing, AT? Thank you. That's that shea butter. I put it on underneath the foundation. That's what it is. You look beautiful. Thank you, Pats. I appreciate that. I'm getting ready for church also. Wonderful, wonderful. Hey, Louise. Hey, my sweetie. Happy Sunday. You're looking beautiful. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving for us in Canada. All right, so that's you and Tajisi are my subscribers that live in Canada. So y'all have a happy celebration early for us, okay? But we're coming. We're a couple of weeks behind you. Baltimore Ravens play at 1. Thank you, Goddess, because I didn't know what time they play. So once I get out of church, I need to head on home. We get out of church at right around 12, either a little bit before 12, a little bit after 12. So probably before 12 this Sunday, because this is my first Sunday. Usually it's a little bit after 12 on first Sunday because you have the Lord's Supper. Okay. My grands call me Gma. Yes. You're welcome. You're welcome. So, y'all. Louisa. No, who is that? Who is that? That's Goddess. Goddess. You think we're going to be able to pull this one off today? I think so. I think we're on a roll right now. We got the season started with one of the hardest teams, and we played them hard. Now, the only thing you know about Baltimore is Baltimore will fall apart if things get a little, you know, let's say the score gets, they get ahead. It's like they just stop playing. You got to keep playing. This new team here, I'm used to the Ray Lewis era of Baltimore, but this new team here, they'll get way ahead and then they'll just lax and let the other team. That's what I don't like about them right now. You got to keep playing. You can't stop playing when you're ahead of the game, because anybody can catch up and beat you. And that has already been proven. But they better not pull that stunt on them today, because I'm going to be talking to them, baby. Y'all ought to be with me when I'm watching football. Okay, so y'all, I'm not going to stay on here for a long time. We can talk while I'm rolling the church if y'all want to. If not, I get off here and get on down the road, because it's 9:47. I got to be there at 10:15. So let me get myself together and shove on about my business. So happy all worked out with the painting and you got things together. I don't have them back together again. I got most of the big pictures back on the wall. You know, like the trees behind the sofa and the sconces. I got that back up there. I got two of the pictures when you first come in. And then I realized they threw away the stuff that I had the pictures hanging on. So I got to stop and buy some more hooks and the little small nails and stuff. And I meant for him to fix that picture, that Houston picture, so I could put it back on the wall. So it's always something to do, y'all. It really is. But hopefully this time around I can keep it together, and maybe we won't have no other things that happen off there, because it has been enough from August to now, and I never really expected that. That was a thing that you just had to deal with. The moisture and the mildew and the mold started from the storm. And this was their first time encounter, because we had never had a storm since this place has been built. This place has only been here for like going on 2 years now. So we hadn't had a storm in the last 2 years, so they didn't know to expect this either. But I saw they had the inspectors out there after the storm, so maybe they getting together what they need. I think they need dehumidifiers up on the top of the building, like they have the air conditioning on the building, and put in another vent. That's my suggestion. I don't know. I'm just thinking back. My husband was a contractor. What would he do in a situation like that? And that's more like a commercial building, and that's the kind of building he did. Chat with us on the way to church, please. Okay, Miss Audrey. Let me put y'all up here then. I ain't gonna be able to read y'all's comments. Hold on. But I will chat with y'all if y'all want to chat this morning. I catch a comment as I can. You sounded like Alex now. Whenever Alex is in here, Alex never wants me to leave. She tell the chat, start talking. So Ms.V will stay. And then when I come out here, sometimes y'all ain't nowhere to be found. And then I go back and look, and I'm like, I got 1,000 views and I only had 30 people or 40 people in the chat. A lot of people are watching from the bushes. That's what it is. And it all depends on what subject you're talking about. If you talk about something about some drama or somebody came for you, you'll have 4,000 views when you pop out. And I'm like, I refuse. That is not my channel. That is not what my channel is all about. Y'all done gone on with all that now. So are y'all getting your plans together for Thanksgiving? Because it's coming soon. You're going out of town. You're going to stay at home. Or you going to be like Ms.V, wait till the 9th hour and then figure out what you're going to do. It's different down that I'm older and my family is not around, and most of the family has met their demise. You don't have a mother, you don't have a father, you don't have aunts, you don't have uncles. I don't have any of that. So it's a little bit different now. Because in the past, it was like we always went to mom's house, and then all my aunts came home that lived out of town, the one in California, the one in Detroit, the ones in Gary. They all came back to Monroe either during Thanksgiving or Christmas, and we all got together. And the cousins I grew up with were like sisters and brothers. But of course, you got 2 generations after me now. Some got 3 generations after me. And it's just not the same. The very closeness, the fibers and the bonds are not there like they used to be. People are into their own lives, into their own family, and they're cool when you come around, but it's not like that expectation of them just ringing the doorbell and walking in. That's the way it used to be. And everybody ate at everybody's house. Hey, my Carla, good morning to you. Headed to church, Carla. I say, okay, God gave you lashes before they made lashes. You better get that mascara out and try to work with what you got. And I did. Let me turn it around. Y'all can see where you're going at least. Okay. There you go. Caller speaking to you, Miss Audrey. I don't know if I want to fool with that freeway out there with all that construction on the freeway, or if I want to go down Highway 3. It's 9:58 and it's daytime. Okay, I'm going to take a chance on this freeway because I was just on it yesterday. So hopefully they didn't change anything last night, but we're going to take our time and look where we're going. It's just so much construction out here. The area is growing so fast. They just keep busting up the freeways and adding and adding and adding. Okay, I'm going to go on to the freeway. So you in Dickinson. No, you in League City. You just crossed over where you could turn to go to Dickinson. That's where you are. Headed to the freeway. We headed to 45, which will take you straight on into Dallas. It'll take you all the way to Galveston and north all the way into Dallas. That's where we headed. But we're going to go south towards Galveston because that's where the church is in Texas City. And you know the ride ain't that far. I will, Carla. I came this way yesterday in the day so I could see where they moved the exit, and they have moved the exit to go to church. Every time they get a little stretch finished and tear up another stretch, they have to move the exits. So that's the most dangerous thing, and those barrels, and not knowing where to get off and how to get on. Yesterday, coming from Miss Margaret's house, I had to go all the way down Highway 6 to another city, Santa Fe, Texas, to get back across to get to this side to come home. And I'm like, man, they making you burn up gas. And then you still don't know when you're going to get off and when you're going to be able to get back on. That's the worst part about it. Now, you good right up in this little section right here, because this section is all finished. Keep moving, man. Keep moving. Gotta catch both of these lights. Come on, come on, come on, mister. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Thank you. Appreciate you. Okay. Now, get in this lane to catch the relay. You see Santa Fe 646? Natasha lives down at 517. But I had to go to 646 from Hitchcock. That's a good 15 minutes out the way. to be able to get back on the freeway. This is our little medical center that stretches across right here. Urgent care and UTMB came out of Galveston. That's University of Texas Medical Branch. And then they have a cancer center also. But that was a good thing because you either had to go to Galveston or you had to go to Houston. There was nothing in this area until they branched out. Now you got them everywhere. Naptown is in the building. What's up, friend? Naptown is always in the building. If she's not in the building, she's going to catch the replay. And I really do appreciate each and every one of y'all who can't make the lives to catch the replay. Okay, we can get up right here. All right. Okay. See, now you're headed towards Galveston. South is Galveston. And that's the end of the road. When you get to Galveston, can't go no further unless you get on a boat or a ship. Because the Gulf is surrounding Galveston. And on the other side of the Gulf is Mexico. Miss Audrey, thank you for taking them out, because when I look down, I don't want to read nothing they got to say. They're miserable on Sunday morning. I can't help it if they so miserable on Sunday morning. That's not my fault. I didn't birth you. I didn't raise you. I did nothing that's going on in your life to make you so miserable to come over here and say nasty things. Did I do to you? That's something you got to deal with, sugar. You got to handle your own problems out here in the world today. I know it's a crazy world we living in, but it's people like you that make it crazy. Can't mind your business. You know, just taking your frustrations out on other people who don't know you and they did nothing to you. Go get the help you need. It's help out there for you. There's plenty of therapists out there. I know we lack it in mental illness in the U.S., but it is some help out there. You go tell the people. I was watching a channel last night. I don't even know what the man's name was. I just stumbled across it and was listening to stuff as I was trying to put my pictures up and cleaning up. And this lady and her husband were going to go and do Uber. They left their 1-year-old baby at home. But the lady lied and said that the baby was with his grandmother. They pulled him over because they was out there fighting on the freeway. Now, I don't know what he was on, but the girl ended up being mentally ill. So there was 2 children. Where the other child was, nobody never knew. So when the cops came and they started talking to him, they saw the car seat inside. And they were like, well, where's the baby? Y'all got a car seat in here. And that's when she said the baby was at the grandmother's house. You saw that Uber driver incident also? Yeah. And then went to the house and the baby was in the house by himself or herself. I don't know if it was a boy or a girl. 1 year old. And they out there trying to Uber, I guess, and make some money. And I'm like, how y'all left that innocent little baby at home? That baby can't do nothing at 1 year old. But walk around and get into something. So, Miss Audrey, do you know if they had the baby where it couldn't get around, or they just left the baby in the house? Because at one, that baby should have been walking. That was the craziest thing I had heard of in a long time. Y'all out there fighting by some keys on the road and was supposed to be taking the folks the food. And that's another reason I don't like that Uber and stuff. You don't know what crazy bringing your food. If they done ate off your food or spit in your food, you don't know about these crazy people these days. You better go home and cook your own food. And that's somebody just, they put her in the car, and she was off now, because she started bumping her head up against the window. Her head. She was trying to break the window with her head. Then she started hollering about she couldn't breathe. And she was just crazy back there. And they waited and let her bump her head until she fell out the car. Because they had already put the cuffs on her. So when she was bumping up against the window, they opened the door. And she fell out the car. So then they go and they talk to the guy, and he said that neither one of them didn't know what the grandparents' phone number was. Neither one of them didn't have no phone. It was just a hot mess. I don't understand stuff like that. How you gonna leave a 1-year-old at home? You don't even have no phone. You didn't call nobody to see if you could bring the baby over there while y'all go Uber. Y'all done got into it out here. Y'all fighting so the cops come. I was like, let me get off of this, because this is plucking my nerves. This is insane for real. I can't with these people. Okay, they want me to get off here on 1764. Okay. See, I used to could go all the way down to 1765. So they gonna make me go all the way into Texas City instead of going over there by the Walmart and hitting that Palmer. Oh, okay, I got you. The lady did go mental, Miss Audrey. I was like, I was in the bushes. I wasn't dare going to fall off into that chat, because that man was straight Jay-Z fan. And if anybody came into that chat saying anything about Jay-Z, baby, he'd tell them in a minute, Jay-Z ain't going to no jail. No, he ain't going to jail. And I was like, okay. But if anything, anybody said anything about P. Diddy, he wanted P. Diddy to stay locked up and for life. And I didn't really understand that either, because I kind of came in almost in the middle of it. And I was like, okay, have it your way. This your channel. And I couldn't tell how many people were in the chat, but a lot of people were commenting. One of those folks could have stayed home. Exactly. Or took the baby. If they had to go together, you don't have nowhere safe with no family or friends. You can take the baby until y'all come back. Then the girl lied too, Carla, and said that when the cops asked her about the baby, she said the baby was at the grandma's. So then they went to the boyfriend, and the boyfriend said, no, wrong. So she was saying one thing, he was saying another. Come to find out, baby wasn't at either one of them. So then 2 of the cops left, and they went over to the house and found that the baby was at home. And that was the craziest thing. And he showed the clips of it where it actually happened on his show, whatever the guy's name was, whatever the content creator's name. But it just goes to show that people just don't care these days. Now, that's an innocent little child you two done brought into the world. So Ubering is more important than taking care of your child. Or why wasn't your child in that car seat with y'all? It's 2 of y'all. That baby could have been in the car with y'all. It's just nonsense to me. Things that just don't, people just don't have common sense no more. Or don't care. Why are y'all going so slow? Line up to no darn good. They weren't. Neither one of them. I do believe, they didn't show the guy, and they didn't say that, but I do believe the guy was on some type of drug. But she definitely had a mental problem, and she told them they could go down to St. Mary's and they could find out that she had a mental problem. I mean, I was like, you bumping your head up against that window telling me you got a mental problem. For real, for real. Something is wrong with you, because I mean, she was hitting her head hard trying to bust that window. And then she kept saying, I'm claustrophobic. I'm claustrophobic. I can't stay in the back seat of this car. Then she was taking her feet up and she was trying to tear the seat out in the front. And that's when that cop opened that door when she went to bump that head. Baby, she fell, a big old healthy woman fell out of there on the ground. But she was giving them hell. And they really were trying to work with them. They really were. And then they was trying to figure out what to do with the baby and who was going to go pick up the baby, because they had to take the baby away from them. That's child endangerment. Okay. Now you're in Texas City, College of the Mainland, junior college. A lot of kids in this area go over there before they go off to a 4-year university. And it is expanding, and it is definitely growing. When I used to live over here, it's just that little front part. And now it is big. It's all on this side, too. Yeah. I don't think it'd be too much longer before it becomes a 4-year university. They got the land. And they even have branches of it now. I saw a branch in Lake City the other day. But it has really grown, and they are really building. All behind that blue wall. And I used to live right down there on that corner. Yeah. Let me see. I'm going to go this way. Oh, they building a student center. The student center used to be on the front. All this in the back is new. All of that. They even have a campus police. For years, they didn't need a campus police. Good morning, Miss April Love. We ride to church this morning. I was going to get off, and Miss Audrey said, no, take us on. We ain't ready to get off here yet. So I just been talking to them and showing them a little bit of the area and riding to church and trying to catch a comment as we went along. The lady who started the education fund at our church, this school is named after her, Sarah Giles. She was teacher of the year for many years, and one of the best math teachers in Galveston County. This is an older subdivision. South Acres is what it's called, and it came up in the 70s. All black. And I think this is probably the only all black neighborhood in Texas City, probably in Galveston County. This is probably 2 or 3 generations of people who have lived in these houses now. A lot of the older people have passed on and left it, and they sold it and sold it again. these are some habitat homes they built after the storm. And here we are. We made it, y'all. Had to go around Robin Hood's barn to get here this morning, but we made it. Okay. So this is where Ms.V go to church. I've taken y'all through it many times. On the back. Found me a parking. Church started 10:15, so it is 10:11. Okay. I'll park over here. So let me thank everybody for coming in this Sunday morning, taking a ride to church with me, and having a little conversation. Okay. Ooh, I got up under a tree, so it won't be so hot when I come back out here. All right, Ms.V, we'll see you this evening after your Ravens win. Y'all come back now. You hear? Listen to Miss Audrey. Miss Audrey is a spokesperson. I can't with Miss Audrey. Okay, y'all, so let me get off of here and get on up in here. I got 3 minutes before I have to stand out and wait to go in. So y'all take care. Love you much. Come back, okay? Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Get off of here.